But true success comes from that power of association, having the right people around you. And then times A, taking action. How many times do we know what we're supposed to do? We simply don't do it. Plus F for faith. Nobody can do it like I do.
Mm.
And that's great for short term. But if you want long-term rewards, you need to train other people and create those systems so that it can be managed by other people and still give you that income. Building a highly successful business takes a lot of time, energy, and work. It's not an overnight thing. And that's the value of what we share in this. Let's kind of prevent you from making the mistakes that we've already made, or that some of our clients have made.
Hey, what's up, Masters? Welcome to another episode of Path to Mastery. And today we have the special privilege and honor of hanging out with Mrs. Sharon Lechter. Sharon, how are you?
I am fantastic, David. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Yeah, I'm delighted to have you here. I read your book, 3 Feet from Gold, years ago, and that book just really impacted me. And I work with salespeople, and that in my mind is a must read. I know you've got some amazing other books, Outwitting the Devil and everything else. So I'll tell you that is my read for salespeople, though, I'll tell you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Greg and I just released last year, like the 10th anniversary edition as well, updated a little bit. So we've
Nice.
loved it. It's been a great tool. It's really helped people get through the tough times and realize that you're just close. A lot of people stop right before they get their success. And we want them to have that perseverance, keep going.
I want to pop back to that too in a minute, but I'm going to let everybody know who you are for the people that don't know who you are, right? But 26 books. I didn't realize you had that many books. You are an internationally recognized financial literacy expert, keynote speaker, and business mentor. New York Times bestselling author, successful entrepreneur, philanthropist, has enjoyed a 35-year career as a licensed CPA. Did not know you were a CPA. You've advised 2 U.S. presidents on the topic of financial literacy. Sharon has co-authored the international bestseller Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and 14 other books in the Rich Dad series. In 2008, when the economy crashed, she was asked by the Napoleon Hill Foundation to help re-energize the teachings of Napoleon Hill. Wow. And her best-selling books with the foundation include 3 Feet from Gold, Outwitting the Devil, and Think and Grow Rich for Women, as well as Success in Something Greater. She's also featured in the movie Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy, on the national television series The World's Greatest Motivators. Sharon is currently launching her newest title, Exit Rich, which we're going to be talking about today, to support entrepreneurs in building value and stability in their business so they can be in the position of the greatest potential. Man, Sharon, you've done a lot.
I've been a little busy, yes, but I've been around a long time. And it's like when I see something that I think people need to know, I take the time to share it. So
Yeah, I love it. Well, I want to definitely talk about your book, obviously, Exit Rich. I do want to jump back to what you said, though, about the, the people stopping, the 3 feet from gold. It's why does that happen? How common is that, by the way, for it to happen?
well, it's very common. I mean, in 3 Feet from Gold, we share the personal success equation, and you can go to personalsuccessequation.com and get a free download. But it's about your passion and your talent, and that's all about school and our experience. And a lot of people try and do it on their own; they stop there. But true success comes from that power of association, having the right people around you. And then times A, taking action. How many times do we know what we're supposed to do? We simply don't do it. Plus F for faith. And that's confidence in yourself, faith in what you're doing, faith that is needed and necessary, and faith that you will succeed. And what happens is usually it's the power of association and the confidence that need the most work when I start working with people. And they kind of go hand in hand. And people lose faith in themselves and they stop because they're not surrounding themselves with the right people. They don't have the right mentor. They don't have the right people pushing them in that direction. And as Greg would say, they stop right before the miracle happens. All right. And it happens so many times because people get just so frustrated. and things aren't going their way, but they're not seeking the right people. They're not seeking the right mentorship to help them get there. And we hope that 3 Feet from Goal helps give them that energy, encouragement, and motivation to keep driving forward.
Mm. Well, I know, yeah, and again, I encourage everybody to obviously pick up that book and in your newest book, Exit Rich. Now, you've written a lot of books. You've spent time with a lot of highly influential, highly successful people. I'm just curious. I was thinking about this earlier. I would say, like, what would you say? I'd love to hear like your Sharon Lechter like takeaway, like from all the experiences. Like, what is the most impactful thing you think you've learned personally from everything you've gone through?
Well, that's a loaded question. So I guess it's really, why are we here? Yeah, I was raised by a father that would ask me each night, Sharon, have you added value to someone's life today? And he's been gone 15 years, but I still ask myself that every single night. And I have a brand new client this week, and she said to me, I don't need to work, but there's still work to do.
Mm,
And I thought that was a really impactful statement, because for me, I don't need to work, but I believe I have the experience and wisdom and knowledge to help a lot of people accelerate their success and create. And I, many times, in fact, most times, I see a brighter future for someone than they can see for themselves. And I want to make that a reality to them.
mm. Why do you see a brighter future in reality most times than people see for themselves? Why do you think that is?
Well, people, you can't, you, you don't know what you don't know. And I've been around a while, can you tell? Right. So I've had a lot of experiences. I've built 3 global brands. I've helped many of my clients build global brands or scale their businesses. And so I know a lot of methods to take a current business and make it bigger, better, and scalable. And so when I start talking to somebody and they're in their world, they're kind of in their business, right? They're working in their business, not on their business. And quite frankly, most business owners own a job. They don't own a business. And this book was written to pull them out of the inside of the business and build that foundation and structure so they can work on the business and build it so it becomes an asset. My favorite word, asset, an economic engine for them.
Mm,
Because when you start a business, do you really want to work it until you die? Or do you want to grow it so that it becomes so successful that you get your time back? And if the answer is the second one, then you need to start with the end in mind and build your business so it has the structure and the foundation in order for it to become a sustainable business.
mm. So with regards to the book, so I'll be honest, when I first heard the title, and some other other people may feel the same, I'm thinking, well, I'm not ready to exit yet, so maybe this book doesn't apply to me. Is that common, and why does it apply to someone that feels they're nowhere close to
Well, I
exiting?
start with the same question. All right. Do you hope that at some point you'll be able to have enough wealth and enough income that can choose your day and choose what you want to do? And so, do you want to build to last or build so that it's a valuable tool? And it's not so much that you have to sell it. All right. Maybe you're building a business so that you can exit it and get your time back, and it's still
Mm,
there generating revenue for you for your lifestyle. Or you get the ability to exit yourself and the business keeps running and it's there for your children for generations. Right. So the exit rich doesn't mean just selling the business. It means building a business that can stand alone as an asset, that's an economic engine working for you so that you've created the systems for people. So it's not just about selling your business, and it's not about people that are excited about building your business. Now is the time to read it, because as you are building your business, you'll understand what you need to do to build it so that it will last and scale.
mm. So this is a book for anybody, regardless of where you are in
Brand new
your
business
on the journey.
owners. Yeah, brand new business owners who are thinking about selling, people who want to be able to have more employees get involved in the management. It's also for people who are looking at buying a business, because it's a great tool, due diligence, for you to go through into a new company and say, okay, how does it check these boxes? It's a great due
Mm.
diligence tool to be able to look at a business that you want to buy.
So why do most people, I know you mentioned earlier, we tend to be working in the business instead of on the business. Why do so many people get stuck in they're not able to kind of break out of that?
Well, a lot of people decide to own their own business because they want to control. They want to control their time. All right. Like I didn't want to be an employee. I wanted to be in control of my life. Well, that control freaknish can also hinder your business because all of a sudden you're building your business and you won't let go, you won't delegate. All right. And personally,
Mm,
the person who creates the business, the innovator, the entrepreneur, is probably not the one best suited for running the day to day. So it's so important to have the right people around you and to create those systems. And so reason why people don't do it is typically they're still controlling everything. They still feel like um, nobody can do it like I do.
mm.
And that's great for short term. But if you want long term rewards, you need to train other people and create those systems so that it can be managed by other people and still give you that income.
Yeah, so a lot of people are stuck in the I have to do it. No one else can do it as good as me. If and is there also a we were talking about this earlier today on a call as well with there's also that we talk about brokerages, like people own brokerages because they want all the commission, right? They don't want to share it, but yet they're working 80-90 hour weeks.
That's right. It's the thought process is actually that's a scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset is I gotta keep it all here. I would much rather own 10% of a $10 million company than 100% of
Mm,
a 1 million because I'm not investing as much time. And so have the opportunity to have other people on your team that can help you scale it, people who are strong where you are weak. And the whole concept of having your own brokerage when it comes to real estate. I mean, we joined EXP last year because we see the value of their online brokerage system so that it takes the headache off of people's backs that are their own brokers. And now they can concentrate on the income generation thing, get the transactional revenue, as well as the stock and the equity in the company and the residual income from bringing other people into it. And so it's like, okay, let's look at these scales. Doing all the work myself, getting 100% of this, but how many can I handle? There's only so many hours in the day, so many days in the week
mm.
versus tying into online resources where I can do what I love to do, bring other people in, and frees up my time to expand my reach.
Just
Which
your
one?
time.
Okay, scarcity, abundance.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do I'm not sure why I didn't know you joined EXP Realty. So what does that look like?
Well, my husband is an intellectual property attorney, but when we started looking at we learned about the model.
I'm at EXP Realty, by the way. That's why I
Oh, you
asked.
are?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
super.
Yep.
Glad to hear it. Um, we're not going to be selling real estate. I believe in the model. It teaches everything that I teach. A lot of people are real estate agents and they never have any wealth of their own because they're chasing the next sale. They're living on commission, commission to commission. And so I have in my entire life never aligned solely with a single company until EXP. And I believe in the model so much that I wanted to share it with my community. And we wanted to be able to have that opportunity for people to understand that within that organization, it's looking at the future of real estate. It's totally virtual. You have the ability to have that transactional revenue commission base. You get to have a revenue share that benefits you from other people coming into the organization that you introduce to it, but it's not from their piece, it's from the company's piece.
Mm,
And you have the ability to get stock in the company. So you have passive income, you have active income, and you have the opportunity of leverage. There's no other company that's like that. Plus, from my perspective, for me, I have the ability to bring in Brazil and Italy. You have the ability to bring people in from other communities. Not There's no other real estate companies that allow you to do that. And so it's a really state of the art concept, and the virtual side of it allows it to grow very quickly. So we believe in the model, so we're sharing it with our
That's
tribes.
cool. Well, yeah, I mean, and after you said that, it shows how it aligns with Exit Rich as well.
Yes, it's all about the business of EXP is totally aligned with what I teach in Exit Rich, in the fact that it was created based on strong systems with the agent in mind. It goes back to your concept about the broker. Okay, a broker that has his own brokerage today, or her own brokerage today, can become part of EXP, and all that headache is taken off of them, and they can focus on what they do best, selling real estate and bringing other agents to the table. And so the concept of the systems that's created by EXP allows it to leverage its intellectual property. And they're taking their intellectual property and taking it into different industries, like creating the Success World, owning Success Magazine.
Mm,
And so it's a living embodiment of what I teach about building a strong company that is successful but sustainable and scalable. And it's scalable because they're able to go into different industries now. And you become a stock owner. You become an equity owner the
yeah,
minute you
amen.
start selling properties. And so it's hard to beat that. It's a wonderful model. And people, I have a team, or my husband has a team, that some of them are very experienced agents, top of the line, and others that are very professionally astute in their own industries, now stepping in and using that in the world of real estate. So we've got a really high performing team of incredible real estate professionals. So yeah, you can reach out to me, info at Sharon Lechter, if you're interested in this. But I think it's a great model for the future. I think it's also a great model for real estate agents to be able to start building wealth for themselves.
Yeah, amen. Well, I had no idea we were going to go in this direction, but certainly I will
Why
share
not?
this for people. Yeah, listen, if I mean I talk to people all the time about EXP, so
Mm,
I get it. I was at my other company before 17 years before EXP, which is Keller
mm.
Williams. So also great company, but anyway, I'm gonna jump back to the book. Okay, so what is going to be the what's going to get in the way, Sharon, of somebody that say that what's the difference between the person that does get to the exit rich and the person that doesn't?
Well, usually it's the person standing in their own way, and they haven't seen the vision. They don't, we don't know what we don't know. And what happens is we talk about the 6 P's in the book. So maybe this will reveal a little bit. The first one is people. Do you have the right people on your team? Do you have people who are strong where you are
Mm,
weak? Do you have a mentor that helps you? All right. If you truly want to be successful, you need a mentor. 77% of the people admit that mentors are important. Only 37% of the people have one. And so what's holding you back? You're making the decision to be scarcity mindset and feeling like you have to do everything yourself. The second P is your product. What is it that you're selling? Okay, a mentor is going to help you understand that one revenue stream you have could be four, or those four revenue streams you have could be 10. And again, leverage that intelligent wisdom and experience of a mentor or the people that you bring onto your team. And then processes. That's when you build a house, you have to go down first
mm,
for the foundation. You have to put in the plumbing, the electric, sound system, and then you create a home. But you have to have all those components. Nobody's going to buy a house that doesn't have plumbing, right? And so it's very important to understand the systems that you need to create a business, how you answer the phone, how you order your product, how you deliver it, how you take an order, how do you receive money, how do you nurture those customers. Those systems create your competitive advantage. How are you serving them? It allows you to take it and then duplicate it so that you can scale. Business systems are assets and intellectual property. And that's the fourth area, proprietary. What do you do that's different? What is your competitive advantage? Your branding is just a small piece of that. What are you known for? How do you do it different than someone else? Today, the vast majority of the value of businesses is intangible. So you may have $1 million book value on your books, but your company could be worth $50 million because of what you've created that is an intangible asset. Think of Uber. Okay, one of the largest transportation companies. They own no cars. Airbnb, one of the largest hospitality companies, they own no hotels. And that's where we are in the world. Same
Mm.
thing with eXp Realty, the largest real estate company, and it has no bricks and mortar offices, right? So again, it's that the wave of the future, understanding that intellectual property. And that's really one of my superpowers. I help people identify their intellectual property, protect it, and then leverage it. Or you can potentially be very successful in the automotive industry. And I can come and show you how you can do the exact same thing in the aviation industry and create a whole new revenue stream. And so understanding that and having that expertise on your team is very important. And then the fifth one is patrons, your database, your customers. And in today's world, so many people get so excited about their Instagram followers, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, their Clubhouse. And that's great, but those are all lead generators. You need to bring them home to your database.
Mm.
You need to nurture them home and then keep them happy. So you create a relationship with your customers, because many businesses end up selling just for their database. But today, the vast majority of young people's businesses that I know, they have all these followers and nothing in their database. And, we've proof positive, we've heard stories of people losing all their followers on Facebook or LinkedIn because they get turned off on Instagram. So it's developing your database is very, very important. And then the last one's profits. All right. Most people focus on the product and the profits. The problem is when the profits aren't very high, it's not really the reality, it's the symptom, because it tells you that one of those other P's is not being taken care of: your processes, your proprietary, the people on your team. And so we go into each one of these areas to help you say, where you are now. What do you need to do to get to the point where you are at maximum value in your company? And therefore it becomes a fine-tuned machine that becomes an economic engine. Therefore it's an asset that's working for you, that gives you back your free time. The greatest return on your investment in a business is getting back your time.
Mm. Yeah, I agree. 100% agree with that. So for people listening, first off, how do they get a copy? What's the best way to get a copy of your book?
Well, Exit Rich is available in your local bookstores or on Amazon.com. You can reach out to us as well at exitrichbook.com. We have all kinds of bonuses and additional spreadsheets and due diligence checklists that are all a free gift to you for ordering. exitrichbook.com. Or you can go again directly to Amazon and reach out to me anytime. info@Sharon Lechter. Anything I can do to support you, I'm here. So info@Sharon Lechter. I'm Sharon Lechter on Instagram, Facebook, all of those wonderful things. But also SharonLechter.com is my website.
I see you're on Clubhouse every once in a while as well, which is super cool. What do you think of Clubhouse?
Well, it's been great. I've reconnected with people I haven't seen in years on Clubhouse. So it's just an incredible opportunity. It provides such one-on-one access to people
Yeah.
that I think is a wonderful learning tool, learning platform. I do want to caution people that, a lot of people get on there and they got into Clubhouse-itis, where the rest of their world goes away. Budget your time, do some time blocking, and certainly participate and learn from Clubhouse, but don't go overboard.
All right. Two more questions. So number one is what didn't I ask you? Anything I missed that I should have asked you?
Well, I think that the biggest thing to think about is it's a $24 investment that could generate millions of dollars in return. And so I would ask yourself, and one of the things in that personal success equation is action, A for action. And so why aren't you already ordering it, right? And if you order 10 copies for your mastermind or your business or your employees, and you send it to me, your receipt, info@Sharon Lechter, I'll send you a gift certificate to my ranch here in Arizona, the Tonto Mission National Forest. You can go to cherrycreeklodge.com to check it out. It's a little piece of heaven. But I'm asking, why aren't you ordering it when it's a treasure trove of information? Steve Forbes is a friend of mine. He says this is a gold mine for entrepreneurs. So I guess I would challenge you. Why aren't you ordering it? When I know it
Mm.
has my almost, over 40 years of experience and knowledge. My co-author, Michelle Soller Tucker, has over 30 years of buying and selling businesses. So it's a treasure trove of examples and things that you can do to add value to your business. Why would you not buy it at this point?
Well, ironically, I am leaving at 4 a.m. to head out to Arizona. So I will be in Phoenix in the morning. Maybe I'll have to get 10
Wonderful.
books and check out your ranch. So let me final question. And again, I appreciate your time. I look up to you. Like I said, your books, I've been giving them to salespeople for years. So what would you say is, in your opinion, like the difference between like if you take golf as an example, like you're familiar with golf, like you have the PGA tour and then you have the nationwide tour. And the difference between the two is really just 1 to 2 strokes. What would you say would be the difference between that, or it's the Michael Phelps compared to the number 2 guy? I'd love
Well,
to
I
get your
think
thoughts on that.
it's position you want to position yourself at the highest level possible, and you do that with having the right people around you, the right team, and the right
Mm,
dedication. Building a highly successful business takes a lot of time, energy, and work. It's not an overnight thing, and that's the value of what we share in this. Let's kind of prevent you from making the mistakes that we've already made, or that some of our clients have made, and so that you know what does work and what you can apply right away. And it's kind of like, are you serious about your business? A lot of people aren't. They have a hobby, not a true. But if you're serious about wanting to create success in your life, you're the only one holding yourself back. Building those systems, getting that opportunity out there, creating and how people find you. I mean, you can have the best thing in the world, but if you don't have the right systems to market it for people can find you, you're not going to be successful. And so it's like we are all where we are today because the choices we made before today, the actions we took. And if you want something different out of life, you simply need to start taking different actions. And what are you putting in your brain? What are you listening to? What are you reading? I guarantee if you've had any kind of value from any of my books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the 15 books I wrote in that series, Cash Flow Quadrant, Outwitting the Devil, 3 Feet from Gold, Think and Grow Rich for Women, I guarantee you will get incredible benefit from Exit Rich. I'm very proud of it because it really takes and synthesizes so much information. This is what I do with my clients. They pay me $50,000 a year. My husband and I have an online program, $2,000. For $24, you get the information that you can act on to improve the value of your company.
mm. Amazing. Yeah, I think everybody needs to go out right away and order a copy of the book. And again, the place to order one last time, Sharon.
You can go to exitrichbook.com and get the bonuses, or if you're a preferred Amazon person, go to Amazon and Barnes and Noble. It's in all your local bookstores. But I want to support you in creating the lifetime success that you deserve. So please buy yourself, invest in yourself by getting Exit Rich.
I love it. You know, my takeaway from today is besides I got to get the book right away and get 10 copies is you when I 3 times you brought it back to the people we surround ourselves with,
Power of
which
association, one of the most
yeah.
powerful tools there is. Before I did Rich Dad, I built the global brand with the inventor of the children's talking book. And it was back in 1987 when kids didn't have electronics. And so as a young company, we said, how can we get parents to trust us? And we aligned with little companies like Disney, Warner Brothers, Sesame Street, Marvel Comics, and our company exploded in a good way around the world because of that power of association. I repeated that process when I went to Rich Dad and said, okay, we'll combined and worked with Warner Books or with Time Life for infomercials. The power of association is so very important. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you aligning with? And bad associations can hurt you and hold you back. I want to support you in finding the right associations. And there's so much noise on the internet right now, David. Make sure you're listening to somebody who's been there, done that. that truly has the credentials to share with you, not just somebody that has a slick sales pitch.
Yeah. Amen. Well, I appreciate you, Sharon. Thank you again for your time. I know you've been going since 3 a.m. It's been a long day. So just want to say thank you.
Well, it's my honor to be with you, David. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you giving of your time to listen to this. And I look forward to hearing from you. Info at Sharon Lechter. When you buy, exit rich. Thanks.